Have Arsenal missed out on the opportunity of winning the Premier League title this year by reinforcing their striking options and getting themselves a striker through the door? That is the big question, Pippa. Although there's a bigger question. We just did a video talking about Darwin Nunez and if he's good enough to get Liverpool over the line. Question for you. Mm-hmm. If Darwin Nunez was playing for Arsenal, one, do you think it would work? Two, do you think it would be the kind of striker that you'd need to get you the title this year?
To me, that is such a tricky question because I look at the striker options that we have and they're not the most exciting. They don't score enough goals for strikers. And then you look at Darwin Nunez and it's like asking me, do I want a Mercedes GLE or a Mercedes GLE with nice alloys? It's the same kind of thing. I don't know if it will make that much of does it make that much difference?
Right.
Because if you're comparing, say Jesus to like a 7-goal a season Jesus to an 8-goal a season Nunez, it's like there's only a 1-goal difference in there.
But I guess style of play, I think they're very different. And what you could say, I could put this together, is Darwin Nunez a little mix of Jesus and Nketiah in terms of Nketiah is someone who kind of wants to be that central striker. And Jesus wants to is actually very, very good defensively a lot of the time for them, but
drops in the midfield sometimes.
Can work hard, can work around, and so would Darwin Nunez offer both of those things for them?
2 in 1.
Yeah, just quickly on your point about do I want a Mercedes or 7 goals and 8 goals? Darwin's contributed 14 goals, Jesus has contributed 7.
I just picked out random numbers there.
Well, it does come back to that, doesn't it, a little bit, because I think I'm not asking this question last year.
Yeah.
Darwin Nunez is not scoring those goals. Jesus got 4 goals from next year, 5.38 this season. Nketiah 5 goals from 4.1. Havertz got 4 goals from 4.12, and Trossard 4 goals from 3.9. 17 goals between them, which is all right. And Arsenal have been all right, but it just feels like you need those cheat codes, that extra stardust to kind of, when you're having those moments of panic, to go, could you sort this for us? And they'll take it and do it. And Jesus is not that guy. We've got written down, is Jesus enough? Is Jesus enough?
No, I don't think so.
Is that all those 4 that I've just spoken about, is that enough?
No. I think Pep Guardiola got rid of Jesus because he wasn't enough. And I think he's a fantastic footballer and great to watch. But the thing you just said there is, and this has been the discourse this week on social media, do Arsenal have any world-class players? And I think maybe they have 1 or 2, but you need players who have world-class attributes. And Darwin Nunez is someone who's got world-class attributes. Right. Where in a situation against Forest where you're struggling, you need a guy who you give the ball to and go, can you conjure something up for us? Can you be brave enough? Can you be wild enough? Jesus is a fantastic footballer. I just don't think he's wild enough. I don't think he can produce things on his own and finish them on his own, because he can produce things and produce little moments. But I just think
not consistent either.
Yeah, like it comes and goes. And same with Eddie Nketiah. Like he's finishing it. He's got a hat trick against.
Was it Sheffield?
Sheffield United. Perfect hat trick, and I was going, whoa, Eddie Nketiah is back and he's ready to do it again. The next game he missed 2 sitters. Yeah. So they do need Darwin Nunez. They would be winning the title if they had Darwin Nunez.
Oh, that is a big.
Yeah. Because in this situation, I think they're about
winning the league.
At the moment, you're about 5 goals short of being closer to being top, because defensively you're sound. He's going to give you 5 goals and more on top from general contribution.
When you're talking about world-class players, I got asked this the other day about Saka and if he's world-class or not, and I did go because I kind of wanted to say that he is, and I think year, I think over the last 18 months, I think you could chuck him in there. And as you say, when you're talking about world-class players, I think because of form, we're struggling with that a little bit with Arsenal right now. But I would say last year, for a large amount of it, that was a world-class team. And especially going forward, there was such a great energy about them. That's kind of part of the problem, but also maybe part of the solution here, that can Arteta fix this with the sort of sum of the parts instead of one guy in Jesus? Because we saw that last year. They scored lots of goals. They were really free-flowing. Do you think Arteta can find that? And if not, why hasn't he been able to find that so far this season, do you think?
What do you mean, find the star player or the world-class
find the flow with Arsenal. It just feels like... And I think the thing that is maybe not the kryptonite here, but what's hurting Arsenal a little bit is expectation. Yeah. Like, they were so good, and then they strengthened. And I think he's also gone a little bit more conservative this year. And so again, when you're being a little bit more conservative, you're maybe going to allow the opposition to get back into position a little bit more, and then it's going to mean you're going to create less chances. And if you're going to create less chances, you have to take those chances, which puts pressures on the strikers. And then when they miss a few of those chances, then they can't do that. Do you think Arteta, if he allowed a bit more freedom there, or is he doing that? Or
I think the players
what's
have
missing?
enough freedom. I feel like the change has been that midfield. I think the change of having that last season Granit Xhaka playing that 6 or 8 role, that where he's going forward, where we now got the Declan Rice in there where he's ultra defensive. Yes, he can find a ball and ping it across and send it out wide, but like defensively is what's keeping us strong this season, and Declan Rice has added to that. Going forward with the mix of Havertz, Declan Rice, it hasn't set in yet, and it hasn't clicked where we're finding that free-flowing football going forward. Last season, Odegaard was doing that spectacularly, finding those through balls, finding those passes, and it was clicking everywhere. This season, it's not the same, and I don't know what's changed. The only big changes are those midfield players. So maybe it's the loss of Granit Xhaka and the addition of Declan Rice. It's such a different style of play.
And an over-reliance on Saka and Martinelli, maybe?
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
100%.
I genuinely believe Saka should not be playing every single game. And I know that sounds absurd, but change it up a little bit. Everyone knows what to expect from Saka, but even that is a blind statement, because everyone knows what to expect from Salah, but you can play Salah every game. But I still feel like sometimes throw in a Reece Nelson and change it up a little bit if you can, because I feel like Arteta can.
I think the Saka thing, he needs to rest more. He's playing 97 minutes in every single game, and you can tell it's a bit of burnout. To the question at the start, are they going to miss out by not signing a striker in January?
Yeah.
Absolutely they will. Because we can all sit here and go, they're lacking goals. They've scored 41 this season, scored 88 last season. They've only got 17 games left to go anywhere near that. And they still didn't win the league. So they need to score another 5 or 6 goals on top of that. They have to get a striker in January.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think when you look at any of the teams that are doing well in the league this year, they've got too many goals in their team.
Yeah.
Man City,
Aston
Liverpool,
Villa,
Tottenham. Even Villa with a striker you can rely on. Whereas the teams that are struggling, Chelsea, Man United, and I use it loosely with Arsenal because I think it's dangerous. Even like this whole conversation is really dangerous. It could definitely click for them, but you do feel like when it's that tight, when the games are that tight, at some point you're going to draw games, and you can't draw games if you want to win the league.